Well, this is wonderful. I'm using some vinyl planking from the side business, the hustle, uh, to retain some humidity. And I'd like to maybe add another partition across there. But airflow is important, so is changes in humidity. But welcome to these characters now expanded enclosure. I've done some rearranging, and this is turning out very well. So I'd say these characters have about 4 feet by 3 feet. Nowhere near enough, but enough to keep them a little busier for a few days. Our pal, I believe that to be Walker, is doing some tourist parkour over there. We'll tuck that humid hide back in there. But yeah, that is for sure Walker. I'm going to sex Walker to be a boy, and I believe Walker on the long term to be always up to something. We've got Trevor turtled away there, and in the back, the littlest sweet there ever was, our pal Dodger, who I believe to be a girl, but they all look to be girls when they're young to some extent or another. It's just one of them things. And then Dodger's on the fence on gender, but I believe to be female. I'm really fingers crossed to be female. It has not been in a space this size in its life. That is a rehome. That is not a purchased. A rehome that locally came from kind of a sawdust and 18 by 36 Viv. It has never seen this space before. I've had it in an 18 by 36 table roughly for some time to we'll say to quarantine, but its worm count and stool sample came back clean as a whistle. And so Digger, and I named it Digger because that is a tortoise that buried. And maybe it's because the substrate it was on, maybe it's just how that thing adjusted. That tortoise really, really enjoys that space. So I'm very excited that this yearling holdback and these hatchlings are getting on so well in this space. I'm exceptionally happy actually that it's doing it. They're all doing their own thing, and that they'll all only get more space. If all goes as planned, these 4 will get a 3 by 6 space, and I'm just so happy that everyone came and stayed tuned for all these characters' transformation of tables. Love it. If all goes well, I'll be running 1 less UVB light, far less heat lamps, a 3 by 6 of these 4 down here, as well as the adults. Those 3 characters in the 3 by 6 up here. That'll only be for the beginning of spring, end of winter, and then into the fall, as I plan to brumate these, and then I keep them outside in the summer. I plan to brumate them in the wind down, especially the male Scooter, because he brings the most. I don't say my animals smell very often, but he is one stinky boy, and maintaining his poop for some reason is a challenge. So for the wintertime, I'd love for him not to be inside my house. The rest don't have his abilities. Look at these busy tortoises. I'd like to start a live feed. I think I'm going to set up an old iPhone that can just videotape. If not that, a camera might be the next investment after a UV reader. Well, this has turned out wonderful. I very much so love the space that these characters are in. So this is a 3 by roughly 4.5 enclosure. The heat lamp is in line with the UVB, but I will be moving. I think I might run this heat lamp more central with, and then centralize this UVB if I no longer need a backup setup. These characters are just so wonderful. I love them to bits. Thanks so much for tuning in. Please hit the link to subscribe, follow, comment, like this video if you'd like to see these hatchlings of Digger, Trevor, Walker, and Dodger's lives as they grow up to be beautiful, smooth-shelled, or in Digger's case, as good as possible for smooth shell. He unfortunately shows some pyramiding, but I'd love to continue showing these characters' lives as they grow. Thanks so much for tuning in. Over and out.